What's up, my Moon Tribe? I'm Haley. Welcome back to Moon Tribe Tarot. I've actually done a channel update on my wall. It should be up already. I am no longer going to be announcing who the video is for because I actually don't know until I pull at the end. I have made cards for the people that they are for because I have found that I am very biased when I do my readings, and that is something that I needed to fix ASAP. So I'm an overthinker, and I was getting way too into the readings that I was pulling for my star and moon signs, so I couldn't continue doing it like that because I was being biased. So you will find out who it is at the end of the video, but you will also know right now because it's in the title. I've put it in the title, so you will know at the very beginning who this is for. It's just that I in this moment do not. So I've already gone ahead and pulled your cards off camera. These are general messages, which means take what resonates and leave behind what does not. If you would like to book a personal reading with me where your messages will 100% correlate to your storyline because they are for you in mind, you can find all the information in the description box down below and how to reach me. So let's get right on with it. In the basis, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles represents skills or trade labor. It represents going back to school. It represents working very hard and honing in on your skills to either have a job. It does represent either working with someone or working to get studying to get money. This is a gains kind of card. It represents that you are working for some sort of stability in some sense, either emotional, abundance-wise, or financial. In the desires, it's a literal person that you desire, or it is somebody that you want the characteristics, you want to have this person's power. The Queen of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, fire sign energy would represent a woman with those attributes who is somebody very bold, very daring. She is a good leader, she is a good boss, should be a good mother, a good housewife, should be a good wife, should be a good lover, she would be a power figure. You would look at her and she would command attention, and she would be a boss-ass bitch. She is that kind of powerhouse kind of card. She has a lot of power and she knows how to do it. She is very sexual, overtly sexual at sometimes. But basically your desires is to either have this person in your life, or you want to be more like this person or have this person's power. If you are an actual fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it is that you desire to be of your higher self. In your helpful, you have a stalemate decision that needs to be made about something. You have something that you are fighting over in your head. It's kind of that you don't really see, you can't see what the answer is, because it's not that you're, in some cards he's blindfolded, which means that he doesn't really see the full truth of the situation, but it's an impasse. It is kind of not having the full, kind of getting to a situation and not knowing which way is left or right, not knowing which way to go. It is having a stalemate, not knowing how to break it. But having this go for you, especially with the opposing being the Three of Swords, really quick, I'm definitely going to need some clarity for this, but I feel like, let me read the book, because this kind of got just heavy really quick. It's not, I don't want to sit here and get worried about it, because we are going to work it out, but I would like to look at my book a little bit before I start going out on a limb. Okay. So, the Two of Swords in this book represents you kind of know what the right choice is to make, and I feel like some of you might not know what the right choice is to make, but there is a decision here, and it is because something came out and severely stunted your healing, or there's something that completely chunked your trust in something or someone, because a truth came out and it shocked you. This has happened already. This is something that is in the past, because this is the outcome, but I see this as something that has, when I read tarot, this is almost a progress card, because this is a 3, this is a 4, this is a 2, a 3, and this is a 4, and they all kind of succeed each other. So I feel like this happened already, maybe in the month of January, or maybe before even. It could have been months before, it could even be years. It doesn't matter. Whatever the situation is, there was painful truth that came out about whatever this was. It might not be years. It might, this is probably going to be fresh, but it's not going to, I don't think it's going to happen in the month of February. I don't think it's going to happen in the month of February. I think it might have already happened. For some of you, that might not be the case. But for some of you, I feel like this is kind of, it's a situation in which I feel like you've been stuck in for a while. I feel like you are learning to live with whatever truth that is. Because I'm going to read this like I'm reading it, that it's already happened. Because this would indicate that what's going against you is a hard truth was revealed, something painful, something that would have knocked you out a little bit. And this, going for you is that you actually know what choice to make. So having a stalemate decision, kind of knowing where to go. So I'm going to reverse that. I definitely feel like you actually know what to do. I feel like you know what the right choice is. And I feel like what's going against you is that this painful truth came out. And this is kind of an easy, an ouchy kind of spread. I definitely feel like for some of you, this has already happened, and it's kind of recovering from that. I say that because we got the Four of Swords as the outcome, representing the Four of Swords is the perfect card to indicate that you are resting with your swords, or you're sleeping with a gun in your bed, essentially. This is a situation that you have been aware of, and you've been fully aware of for some time. And it is a situation that you can't leave for whatever reason it is, this painful situation, you can't leave it for some reason. So I'm going to give you the example I give everyone when I point out the Four of Swords in a reading, is the Four of Swords is a perfect card to explain a situation in which, let's say you got a house, let's say you got an apartment, you got a lease on an apartment for a year, and you've been there for 2 months, and everything's fucking broken. The landlord's a piece of shit, your roommates are dicks, and you don't like where you live, you don't like the job that you have, and it's only for the next 10 months. It is only for the next 10 months, and you know that once you get your shit and get it together, because you don't want to break that lease, and when you do at the end of the 10 months, you're going to be able to get out of there. This is a temporary situation, but it is best in these situations that if you know that you can't escape something, where you are actually locked into something and you cannot escape it, the best advice of this situation is to, honestly, it is to take rest in knowing that this kind of anxiety, this kind of situation isn't going to last forever. This is not a permanent situation, and I do see that you are making choices on where to go that are actually going to aid you. I do feel like this is going in the direction in which you will have aid, and you will understand what the right choice to do is in the month of February. But I would like, before I reveal who this is for, I would like one more card of outcome. Please. Please. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's a big jump. So this actually does end up for stability for a lot of you. This is something that works itself out. That's kind of a jump. I'm a little bit shocked. This is a really, really good card. So it indicates inheritances. This is a family card. It's a penultimate. So it represents a lot of wealth, a lot of money, a lot of emotional and stability, abundance, and growth. Family life can represent relationships of any type, but it represents a situation in which there's like a wellspring of emotion and stability. It's like a happily ever after card. It's a penultimate. This is an incredibly good card to get for money. So I'm reading this. Let me read this all together before I say my final piece, because I feel like I'm missing something very slightly. Okay. This painful thing has already happened for a lot of you. This painful thing has already happened, and I feel like you are trying to make amends with it. You have just started deciding to get back into your power to work on things, and you're making a stalemate decision about what the right choice is about this heartache. You're taking peace in, you're taking a break, knowing that you can't change what you can't change, and at the end of the day, it is going to make you stronger, more emotionally abundant, and it is going to give you some solid sort of success. This is leading to some sort of solid success. So I am going to say very strongly, this has already happened in the month of February, is about picking back up and starting again. This is the pick back up and you started again, and holy shit did you get it back. Because the Ten of Pentacles is, I'm shocked to see that, because that is whatever it is that you are working on to gain your power, to gain whatever money, if you're going back on school and something, whatever this is, if you are trying to resolve a situation and you feel like you're stuck in a situation, trust, it is not going to be like that forever. You have bounty coming in for you. Pisces, you have abundance coming in for you, Pisces. This is not a bad spread. It turned out to be really good. You know what your battles are. You know what your demons are that you have to face. And I feel like, for the most part, a lot of you know what the right choice is. So that is my advice, is to make the right choice and let things flow. Because I feel like at the end of February, fucking either the dough is coming or some sort of stability is coming in with the situation. There will be peace for you and there will be healing. That is the message for February for you, Pisces. Until then, I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.